You ever have one of those moments where your ego crashes before the bike does? Yeah, that was me, multiple times. So should you take an adventure motorcycle class? The short answer is yes.
What is going on, everybody? It's your boy Howie, coming to you from good old Mascot, Florida. We're currently at the Dollar General because my dumbass forgot to bring the SD card because I was editing some stuff from footage I'd shot and didn't put it back into the camera. So smart. Luckily, every small Florida town has a Dollar General, and this Dollar General happened to have SD cards. And nice. Yeah, so today we're going to be doing a adventure dual sport class. All right, so we are pulling up to our destination. Yeah, we're just going to keep going straight. Cool. Yeah, so I saw this class on the Florida Adventure Trail and Exploration Facebook page. And like I said in other videos, I don't really have a whole lot of experience or professional training or any training at all. So I figured, why the hell not? Why not come and sign up for this class? So yeah, we're pulling up now.
If you value your bike, your bones, and maybe your dignity. But the long answer, that's what this video is about. So here's the deal. After that last fall, the one that gave my bike more scars than my pride, I had this moment of clarity. I'd been riding street bikes for years. I'd done my fair share of trail stuff, and I thought, how hard could it be to ride a 500-pound motorcycle in the dirt? Turns out the answer is hard enough to make you question your life choices. And that's what led me to sign up for an adventure motorcycle training class. But before I drop into the muddy, sweaty chaos of what it's really like, let's talk about what these classes actually teach you and whether they're worth the money, the bruises, and the humiliation of dropping your bike in front of strangers. What even is an adventure motorcycle class? Think of it like a boot camp for riders, except instead of getting yelled at by a drill sergeant, you get coached by a guy who can lift a GS 1200 like it's a mountain bike. Adventure motorcycle classes are designed to teach you how to handle big ADV bikes like the Triumph Tiger, BMW GS, African Twin, or KTM 890 on unpredictable terrain. They focus on stuff you never learned in your street riding classes, like body positioning, standing on the pegs, balancing your weight through turns, throttle and clutch control, feathering, not jamming on the throttle, braking on loose terrain because the ABS won't always be there to save you. Slow speed maneuvers, which sound easy until you realize your bike weighs as much as a refrigerator, and then recovering techniques, aka how to lift your bike without popping a disc. It's not just about learning how to ride off-road, it's about unlearning all the habits you built on asphalt. Why it's harder than you think. You know that moment when you ride into soft sand for the first time and your brain goes, nope, we're gonna die.
Super fucking sketch. Okay, alright. And I just fucked myself, I think.
Yeah, that's the first 30 seconds of the class. Adventure classes start off simple, walking the bike, throttle control, drills, figure eights, and that's all within an hour. You're sweating like you just wrestled a bear, your legs burn, your arms ache, and you realize that you've been using muscles that apparently only exist for this exact activity. But here's the beautiful part. Everyone looks just as ridiculous as you. Every single rider drops their bike at least once. Even the guy with the brand new BMW, matching Klim gear, especially that guy. The instructors are chill about it though. They've seen it all. You drop it, they nod and say, good job, you're learning. And somehow that makes you feel a little bit better about the fact that your bike is now wearing a fresh coat of dust and shame. Here's where things get real, and where most riders hit their first wall. Confident. You can have all the skill in the world, but if your brain's screaming, don't drop it, don't drop it, don't drop it, you're already losing the battle. The hardest part of the class isn't the terrain, the heat, or the clutch work. It's trusting the bike. These adventure bikes are way more capable than most riders realize. They're built to handle dirt, rocks, hills, and even small apocalypses. But we don't give them the chance to because we're afraid to push them. When you actually let the bike do what it's built to do, it just glides. That's the moment I got it. What you actually learn, besides pain and tolerance, let's break down the skills that make these classes worth every penny. Throttle and clutch control. You learn finesse, smooth inputs are everything. Too much gas and you're sideways, too little and you stall. They teach you to feel the balance point between power and traction. something you will use every single time you ride off-road. Standing in the riding position, this is where people struggle. Standing on the pegs isn't just about looking cool. It lets you move the bike underneath you while you stay balanced on top. Think of yourself like a shock absorber. Your legs and arms take the bumps so the bike can do its thing. Trail vision, they train you to stop staring at the front of the tire. Instead, you look where you want to go, not where you don't. It's like target fixation therapy. You start realizing that 90% of your mistakes come from looking down instead of ahead. You also work on bike recovery. This part is the most humbling and hilarious. You drop your bike, the instructor walks up and says, "Good, now pick it up." They show you proper technique, how to get the bike up. Grab the handlebars and the rear backs of the bike and the frame and walk it up with your legs. No deadlifting, no macho nonsense, just smart physics. Obstacle work. Logs, rocks, small hedges, all stuff that used to make you turn around. By the end of the day, you're riding over them like it's nothing. You might still pucker a little, but you'll do it with confidence. The big question is it worth it? Let's talk cost, because yeah, these classes aren't cheap. Most classes range $300 to $600 a day, depending on location, instructor, and if you're using your own bike or theirs. But think about it this way. How much is it gonna cost if you don't know what you're doing and drop your bike on a rocky hill 50 miles from civilization? For me, that class was cheaper than the repair bill on my first adventure attempts. Bent levers, scratched tank, and a bruised ego. Those alone added up to more than the course. Plus, you're buying something that doesn't break. A skill. You walk away knowing how to handle your bike, how to recover when things go wrong, and how to stay calm where your rear tire's sliding like it's on butter. What no one else tells you about these classes. Here's the truth that the glossy brochures don't say. You will fall, you will sweat, and at some point you will seriously consider just laying down next to your bike and taking a nap. But you'll also laugh a lot. You'll make friends who are just as awkward and dusty as you. Everyone cheers when someone nails a hill climb, and everyone helps when someone doesn't. There's this unspoken camaraderie, a mix of mutual suffering and shared accomplishment that's weirdly addictive. You'll also realize how much fun slow speed riding can be. It's not about speed or horsepower, it's about control. That feeling of balance in a massive machine perfectly through a technical section feels better than any highway pull. And then my oh crap moment. I was clearing a log, doing a clutch assisted raise on the front wheel when I came up to the log and stalled out through, ended up moving the bike to the side, causing it to have a catastrophic failure where the clutch lever pierced through the left side of the case cover.
What's up? Ah, fuck. All right. Sweet. God damn it. That's not good.
And that's when I realized falling isn't failure here. It's part of learning. It's part of the process that makes you a better rider. Once you accept that, you stop riding and being afraid to fall and start riding to learn. The moment it clicks, there's this turning point in every class, usually late in the day when you're exhausted and your legs feel like noodles and your brain's running on fumes, and then something just clicks. You stop overthinking, you relax, you trust the bike. You roll over gravel without tensing up, you stand taller, steer with your feet, breathe easier. It's like suddenly speaking a language you've been studying all day. That's when the magic moment that makes this class all worth it. It's not about mastering off-road riding, it's about realizing that you can. So should you take an adventure motorcycle class? If you're planning to take an ADV bike off pavement even once, absolutely yes. Because here's the deal, you'll save your bike from unnecessary damage, you'll build confidence that sticks with you on and off-road, you'll meet some awesome people who will cheer you along the way, even when you dump your bike for the 4th time. And maybe, most importantly, you'll stop riding with fear and start riding with control. My takeaways and why I would do it again. By the end of the class, I learned 3 major lessons. Falling is part of learning. If you're not dropping it, you're not trying hard enough. Adventure bikes are tougher than you think. They're built for chaos. Trust them. Skill beats horsepower every single time. Anyone can twist a throttle. It takes real finesse to control the momentum. So yeah, even after the fall, the bent shifter, even after the heat and the embarrassment, I'd sign up to do it again in a heartbeat, because every crash taught me something. Every bruise was a lesson, and every laugh made me fall in love with riding all over again. In conclusion, taking a motorcycle adventure class isn't about becoming a pro. It's about becoming comfortable being uncomfortable. It's about pushing limits, building confidence, and realizing that the best rides usually start where the pavement ends. You'll leave tired, dirty, and probably sore, but you'll also leave a better rider than you were in the morning. And honestly, that's worth way more than a new Farkle or fancy gear. If this helped you figure out whether an ADV class is worth it, stick around and watch the next video popping up right here, where I'll talk about how I managed to damage my bike during training and what I'm doing to fix it. Anyways, I appreciate you coming in, and we'll see you on the next ride. Stay safe.